Hello, today we're doing Muay Thai. Finally, I had to wait for my mic sense. So let's get to work because there's hand independence to do here, and that's piano basics part 3. Okay, how do we do a hand independence? First thing of all, let's find our Muay Thai first note, and that's the low A. So this is middle C, go to B, go to A. Now skip an octave, that's 8 notes down, find your A. If you need, put a sweet there or sick or something. Okay, now you're going to play this A 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are 4 crotchets. You got to do 1 beat each. 1, 1, 1, 1 with your thumb, finger 1. Then you move down to your finger 2. G, 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 also 4 times. Then to your finger 3, F. Also 4 times. Then 2 E's. It's a great way of learning how to say your notes downwards. A, G, 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 F, 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 E, E, twice only. Now a 2 count note on the G sharp. So if you don't know already, G is here, E, F, G, G sharp is the next note up, which happens to be this one here. Okay, so you have 2 E's and a longer G sharp. That is a minim, a 2 count note. So 4 of each, 1, 2, 3, 4 A's, 4 G's, 4 F's, 2 E's, and 1 G sharp with 2 counts. And that's 4 bars, our first phrase. Now, why did I talk about hand independence if I'm only playing one hand? Okay, problem is we're going to have to do very different movements in the hands, not only different notes and different durations, but different movements. So the right hand is going to be doing, so as you can see, totally different rhythms. Also what we call different articulations. So the way we play the notes, we're playing the A and it's a long A. That in itself is already hard. So let's start with that. A with A, it's both thumbs, C, D, E, F, G, and A. I hope you have the music. If you don't, let me know. I'll write it down for you. So A with A. This one gets 2 counts. Here I have 2 notes. 1, 2. Pretty hard to keep this one down and this one 2 notes, so try it. Okay, 1, 2. I have to hold this one, so that needs some thought. Still inside this bar, I have to go to skip to C, but without letting go. So I hold on to A and really carefully play the C without letting go of my A. That is called playing legato, or smoothly connected. 1, 2, C. And now I have quavers, meaning 2 to 1 beats. C, D, E, and back down to C. Let's practice that one. So long A, 1, 2. How's the rhythm? Minim, 1, 2, and now quavers. Then we arrive again at A in the next bar. Okay, that would be alright if it wasn't for the fact that we have the left doing completely different things. Alright, now how do we solve that? First one, the first part of the bar is that we hold this one down and we persuade the left hand to go up. Which it does, not very willingly, but it does. Next thing now is get this one up and tell this one, okay, you are going to only let go of the A when you play C, and then play them at the same time. Now another note there, and then they play together, and another note there. It's pretty hard. Make sure your sounds are smoothly connected and play that 4 or 5 times. The left hand finds it really hard to go up when this one is not going up, so you'll have the tendency to do this, or play a bundle of left hand notes. Okay? Make sure you give your brain the time to tell your fingers what to do. So the beginning is 1, 2, now 3, divided, 4. Okay, and this is the worst, because when you get to bar 2, you will go to G. Remember, A, G. That's your finger 2 there, 4 counts. The right hand will have A again. Same rhythmic pattern, so da, 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 da. Long note and 4 shorter notes. The notes are similar but not the same. So 1, 2, and now B. Whole steps. B, C, D, E, C. And the problem is the same. I want these all to be connected. It's hard not to let go after the long note, even on its own. But especially with the left. So it's doing a G. So first you may want to do the first 2 beats of the bar, the A against the G. Yes, it sounds like that. Okay, so you want to hold this for 2 counts. 1, 2. Now, do not let go. 1, 2. Left needs to go up to repeat the note and play them at the same time. 1 more on the right. And there you are. So this bar again. Together, left, together, right, together, right. And that's really hard, because not only you're putting 2 notes, which is hard enough, 1, down, 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 but you're also doing different articulations. You're releasing this note from its key, because there's no other choice. You will not repeat unless you are let it go. Okay, so let's try and play it from bar 1. So we had an A thumb and an A thumb. That's nice. Let go. Let go right, left, don't let go right. So for now, we're doing all our right hand legato for now, so that we don't have more things to worry about. And one last time, these 2 first bars are 8 beats. And we arrive at bar 3. Again, we start with an A in the right hand, but this time already F. If you still remember your sequence, A, G, F. Same thing, so this will start to feel a little bit better by now, because you've done it. So A, now the notes in the right hand are C, D, E, C, just like the first bar. 1, it's exactly like the first bar, but we have an F in the accompaniment in the left hand. So whatever way you use to help you with bar 1, do the same thing here. Let go left, don't let go right. 1 more note, and do it super slow. That gives you time to think. Left, together, up, okay, and again. So no notes legato in your left, you always go up, because we don't have any slurs and because they're non-legato. And now we have 2 E's and 1 longer G sharp. We're arriving arriving at the end of this phrase. Right hand so far, A, 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 just like the first, short B. Fourth bar is the most different, so you have B with finger 2, A, B, B, D, C, B. That's a longer B. So this time we don't start with an A. It's our first bar not starting with an A. B, D, C, B, and hold it. B, D, C, B, and hold. That one is going to play with the E at the same time. 2 notes in the right, and then G sharp with B. They get the same rhythm. Yes, that feels so good. Quavers in the right, crotchets in the left, minims for both. So here they have the same rhythm. Different fingers though. Now finger 4 with finger 2. One more note here and together. Oh no, actually it was a 4, sorry. That's 5, 5. 4, 2. Okay, so I'll start from bar 3 where we had the F, A, G, 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 F, in which the right hand is the same as the beginning. Okay, so I'll do the first 4 bars. Right hand starts on A 3 times in a row, left hand keeps moving down. And that one has 2 counts. The dynamics here are marked mezzo piano, that means quite quiet. So it's not quiet, quiet, but quite enough. It's not loud. This short note here, we call it a staccato. So that's a very short and detached note. Okay, like if it was burning and you had to get away from that. All right, and I'll play the first 4 bars slowly so that you don't have to slow down the video, because you then will sound lower than the actual sound and it's annoying. 3, 4. What it will sound in an allegro, I don't have a metronome around, oh well, but it will sound it's one of those things. We notice it a lot while we're practicing, but nobody really notices when they're hearing all the effect that goes into this. Letting go of one hand and not letting go of another, okay? And you can switch. Whatever. So here we have to let go of the left knot and letting go of the right. And that is quite hard. So hand independence in both senses, in the sense of rhythms, notes, and articulations, meaning one plays legato, the other does not. It's just not juggling 2 different rhythms, but also juggling different dynamics, sometimes different fingers, of course, because the hands are opposite. So let's go to phrase number 2. The left hand is just like the first. Exactly like the first. The only difference is that it's slightly louder. A, it's marked mezzo forte, G, F. Oh, no, it's not like the first. Exactly, there's a little difference in the bar 8. E, instead of 2 E's, we have G sharp, A. So instead of ending on the G sharp, we end on the A, which is a home note or tonic. You might want to go to the scales and arpeggios videos and do the A minor scale, because this is based in A minor scale, A harmonic minor. Okay, so we have the first 3 bars of the second phrase. Bar 5, 6, and 7 are the same and different ending. The right hand is not the same. Instead of starting on A, it starts on E. So we start on the pinky, E. Then we have quavers again. That's the 4th, the 3rd, the thumb, and the 3rd. D, C, A, C. D. And again, E. And yes, you also have to think here, because it's legato, that you have to let go. It will never be as hard as when you started, but it is hard. Think, I need to let go of left, I can't let go of right. Okay, so E, minim, quavers, D, C, A, C. Okay, then bar 6 is D, all steps. So we're kind of doing the first phrase but in reverse. 2, D, C, B, A, C. So now bar 5 and 6, E. And now 5 and 6 with the left. Just 6, G and D. And 5 and 6 again. Okay, now fun part. We have C in our middle fingers. It's not the middle C, but the high C. C, 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 A. Later on we'll learn about repeating notes, not using the same finger, but not right now. The rhythm is crotchet, 1 count, then quavers, crotchet, crotchet, boom, pop, 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 hop, 2 A's, no legato here. It may seem easier, like, oh, okay, now I don't have to do legato, but we became accustomed to doing legato already, so it may be a little hard. Plus, the left hand is stuck doing the same thing, and the right hand is not. Together, together, right, together, remember, hop. And again, C, 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 A. Think bar 7 is the easiest so far, because it's both fingers 3, and then you just have to hop here on the thumb, but careful, not in the left. If you're finding trouble, tap the rhythm until it's easy enough. So when it's easy enough, go to your fingers. C3, F3. Then right hand hops to A, left stays on the F. Let's do these 3 bars, 5, 6, 7. Careful legato. And now, where the left changes in relation to the first, really like this. Dum, dum, dum. And now here the hands have the same rhythm. Right hand does B, C, A, and holds. B, C, ends on the home note A. Left hand. So that's a 4 with a 2, a 2 with a 3, and both end on thumbs, home note A. 8. Let's try joining from 7 to 8. That's where you have 3 on C, 3 on F. Oh, sorry, my bad. If that happens, completely normal. The hand's wanting to do the same rhythm. Okay, the whole phrase. 5, 6, 7, 8, A thumb, pinky, E. Legato, right. Fingers 3. Same rhythm, different notes, different fingers. It can be tricky, so divide it into as many little bits as you want. Maybe start with just the thumbs, then just the G sharp with the C. Yeah, I appreciate that interval. The further away it is, the harder it is for us to understand. And 3 notes. Okay, now from the beginning, this is halfway through the song, and the most difficult part is done. Oh, sorry. Oh no, it was correct. I'm sorry, I'll restart. Now B, C, staccato, hold a little louder. Okay, hopefully it was explained in a way that you can understand. If not, just let me know. Now, for by 9 to 12, left hand has A for 2 counts and then a minim rest. That's 2 count rest. G, 2 counts and a minim rest. F, 2 counts and a minim rest. E, 2 counts. G, 2 counts. So the same notes that we had before, but with rests in between them. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and it's marked fortissimo, double F. That means super, super loud. The right hand is a lot of fun. Nothing in the first beat, and then you have A with E. And you might really have firm fingers because you're going to play from this part of your hand. Loose wrist, so... Oh, sorry. The 1 and the 5 together. And then the C in the middle, okay? A with E. Then C. Shake, 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 shake. No, don't. So don't raise your shoulder. Okay. Then rest. The same thing but down one note. Second down. So we had A and E, now we have G and D. Again a rest and 1 down. Okay. You can use your forearm to do the accents. Back to here. So we changed position. You see we went down. Started on A, E, G, D, F, C. We're already playing harmonies. Beautiful. A with E. Oh, that was horrible. And then 1 down. You use that rest to move down. Now you move 1 up again. D, C, B, and hold. Okay, so that's a really nice part to play. A with E. In the middle, C. In the middle, B. In the middle, A. Move up. D, C, B, and hold. This all starts with the left playing. Boom, right, left, I think I may have said right and left wrong. Oh well, left starts, right follows. Careful to let go of the left. Here, left, right follows left, up, left, right, together. And let's do that again. sharp with B. So we're going to move around. You may want to do that. Or 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. 1. Or when you're playing the left, imagine the right. Any of those works, and it's pretty good because it develops your imagination. So now our right hand is a little bit away from the position, one note down from where it should. Let's go to the second phrase and see how we arrived here. Go to the last phrase. It starts with right on the first position, so A with E, and that's a 2 count note, then 1 rest and 1 crotchet in the same place. So 1, 2, nothing, and then we go down. Okay, so A, E, rest, A, E, and now the same position but down, so just slide down. 1, 2, rest, G, D. 2 and rest, G, D, and again we slide down to rest, slide down, and the last bar I'm not doing for now. So we're doing the same movement down, but this time instead of just doing with a different rhythm. A, E, 1, 2, 1, 2, rest, 1, 2, rest, 3. Now in the book they write finger 3 on C instead of using our finger 5, which is already there in the last bar, because 5, 4, 3 is hard. I'm guessing that's the reason. So you may want to change your position to 3, 2, 1, which was your original position. So that makes 1, 2, rest, 2, rest, 2, rest, change. And also has rit, R-I-T, the short for ritardando, or slowing down. So that's a proper ending. So you can either do that, or if you want, stay here. If your finger 5, 4, and 3 are already strong enough, it's up to you really there. Fingers are always super important, so make sure you're playing with the correct fingers, except here in the end, which you can, if you want, play 5, 4, 3. Beware, it's harder. 1, 2, rest, 2, rest, 2, rest, rest. I didn't do a very big ritardando, just a tiny one. Left hand in this last phrase. Again, and we never left this position, A with thumb, but now we have quavers, and we're not starting on the first beat for the first time. So we have a rest where the right hand does this, and then the left follows. Then 2 rests, G. 2 rests, and F. Then 1 E, oi, and then you end on A. So 1, A, rest, rest, G, 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 rest, rest, F, F, rest, rest. And that's it. So it's really good if you can imagine it. If you can imagine it, you probably can play it together. And both thumbs on A. And again. I'll see how do we transition from the phrase before, so bar 9. Remember the rests. And now it's the right. It's a really cool song to play. Okay, now from the first and second phrase are so much alike that it's good to play them together. So the first and second. Second phrase. Third phrase. So you might want to divide it into phrases or do your hands separately a little bit just to get the feeling of how do I do this? But don't always go to the beginning. Don't always go to the beginning. Never mind the mistakes. Okay. So if you know how to do the beginning, don't do it anymore. It's pointless. If you already know it, move on. If you don't know how to do that, then you need your sheet or scribble down something like 5 and 1 or note names, whatever. Should have something noted down. Otherwise, you keep going to the beginning. It's the worst mistake you can do. The second phrase, you need to know how to be able to start from the second phrase. Thumb on A, pinky on E. That's when you know the song. Phrase 2. Phrase 3, fortissimo. To start from phrase 2, thumb on A, thumb, pinky, A, E, left starts, fortissimo. Okay, so first phrase, mezzo piano, is the one that ends on. The second phrase ends on. The second phrase ends on. So you have to have checkpoints, places that you know you can get to. Second phrase starts on. That's why visual cues are useful. So if you don't know how to read yet, let's start learning. It's really very easy. And in reality, when we're playing, we're not reading all the notes. We have cues. We're just seeing our cues. So phrase 3 again, that's about where the right hand has that do rhythm, okay? And last phrase is the right hand starting. Left hand doesn't start for the first and only time in the song. So here you learned a lot of new things. You learned how to do different movements, legato in one hand, and non-legato in the other. In this case, it was always legato in the right hand and non-legato in the left, but it will be otherwise in other places. You learn how to play 2 notes. against one, and quavers against crotchets we already did in the boogie, in case you didn't see it, but we had already done that. And the hardest thing of them all is really to persuade one hand to go legato, or to be held while the other is not, because the hands are very friendly, BFFs. They want to do everything together. I don't want to leave, okay? So tell me if you need more help with this, but trust me, you want to know how to read. Okay, I like the view of the hands there. I just don't know if this won't be terribly boring. I think so. So I probably will be editing with another video where I'm making faces and saying stupid things. Okay, it was a pleasure. I hope you learned the song. Let me know if I can be of help. Bye.